welcome back again to Auto Transport Intel. All right, man. Thanks for joining me tonight again on a Tuesday night. And don't pardon me if I'm looking down or looking over here. I'm looking at the live chat and already have several of you guys in here. Okay, Echo Screen is here. Welcome, Echo Screen. Thanks for coming back again. Clarksville, you're driving. That's right, you're driving. You're driving north, I tell you. Well, let's see. Haven't been able to catch you in a while. That's cool. That's good. Busy's good, man. That's a good problem to have. It's not even a problem, man. It's good. So I welcome you back. Listen, when you guys can make it, great. And when you can't, I know. I get it. I dispatch. So, you know, like Dave is driving right now. So, and you can't always do that. So, Patrick, thanks for coming back, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming back into the show. Acme Transport is here. It is that time of the week. That's right. And Mike M. Dispatcher on the rise. That's cool, man. Welcome back again. And Hotshot Dave is here. Awesome. You know, you guys, it's Tuesday night, and that means it's Tuesday Night Live, 8 o'clock Central Time. And I look forward to the show. And now, I mean, it's happening. This is episode 30, which is crazy. That's 30 in a row. I hope to not miss a Tuesday. I hope to keep it fresh and always make it interesting. I mean, you know, there's got to be a good reason for us all to, you know, join together here for like 90 minutes plus. That's a really long time. But I don't, you know, it doesn't have to be that long. Maybe we'll make a really short show one of these days. But it won't be tonight, because tonight is all about car hauling trailers and getting insurance, which there's about a million things to talk about there. I mean, which trailer do you get? Do you go small? Do you go big? I mean, how could you? There's so many opinions on this. It's like going back and having like a presidential nomination. Who are you going to pick? What trailer are you going to pick? Are you a real car hauler? And then getting a decent price on insurance. I mean, oh my gosh, insurance is just a crusher. So we're going to talk about that stuff tonight. That is the meat of the evening. And what was I going to say? And then we're going to talk to Bruce at Sun State Transport for the bulk of that. He is a trailer expert. This guy knows so much about trailers, and he's going to answer. If you've got a question, I'm telling you, get in the live chat when Bruce is here in about 20 minutes. Post your question. You could do it now. But yeah, do it now. Why not, man? You know, do that. And then there's insurance questions. I want to get those too, but definitely the trailer questions. And let's hash it out tonight. You know, are you a real car hauler? I see that all the time on Facebook, and I'm a dispatcher. So, you know, I read it and I wonder. So we're going to try and talk about that. We're also going to talk to Dave. Hotshot Dave has something important to ask you guys. So we're going to do that. But first, we're going to do industry news. So that's happening now. It's 8:05. So if you don't like the news, or you already know it, or you're in the future, go to 8:20. And that's when we're going to start the show with talking to Dave. We're going to talk to Bruce at Sun State at 8:30. And then about 9:20, we're going to talk to Armando, the insurance agent. So, all right, let's get started. And, you know, of course, by the way, this image is, I want to say, I don't want to screw that up. What's his name? Come on. Chris Griffin. This isn't. This is Tim Garrison. Tim Garrison is tying down Fords in KC, maybe at the Ford. I don't know. Man, I'm just a dispatcher. You know, that's what I always say when something goes wrong with the load. Because I'll tell you, and that's actually a good lead-in. Why do I do this show? Why? My gosh, tell us, Jay. Why do you bother? I do this show because dispatching is so frustrating. Oh my gosh. I mean, I wish it was just booking cars. I wish it was just looking for loads and booking cars, communicating with the driver, getting certificates of insurance. No, that's the easy part. The hard part is all the stinking detective work. I booked cars on Friday. You know, we were looking at a load, then we ended up looking at another load, booked those cars, and the driver gets there to pick them up, and it's 3 in-ops, man. Dude, it was supposed to be 1 slightly in-op. And I tell you, I knew, you know, there's a line of red flags, which is why I'm excited in the future. We're going to do car hauling dispatcher training part 3, which is really a lot about understanding and getting through a red flag that you either saw or that you didn't see. So, man, there's so many techniques. All right, let's get this party started. So, here is my... Oh, yeah, let's get the industry news. There we go. We're on industry news. By the way, yeah, I don't want to let anybody go by without saying hello. So, Roxy Auto Transport, good evening. Welcome back to the show. Self-made, welcome back to the show. I do appreciate it. And you're actually in the process of getting insurance. Great. Then I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Travelers has awesome rates here in Upstate. That's good to know. That's good to know. And there, I mean, just like trailers, there are preferred insurance companies by some. It's like baseball teams. Or not. Slightly in-op. LOL. Yeah, slightly in-op, dude. Seriously, Dave. Oh my gosh. And my brain split in half that day. I went nuts, man. Okay. Yep, see, that's why I have the super safe, super Kool-Aid. Gotta start selling that ELD Kool-Aid. Hey, I need windshield fluid. Is that a 4 or 6 cylinder? I like to start with a couple of jokes, you know? Even if they're only semi-funny. Sir, you've been inspecting for an hour. Simmer down, driver. I'll find something wrong eventually. It's probably old. He's really looking, though. Man, that guy's looking. When I courtesy flash my headlights, but my fellow truckers don't blink their lights to say thank you. Pretty funny. This is nice. This comes from a driver. He actually was at Acid Dump Road. Why would you call it Acid Dump Road? Really? Speaking of Acid Dump Road, that is the 405 in Los Angeles. I have been there. I've been in that. I'm probably in that picture. It's crazy. That's you know, it's kind of like transportation art. It makes me feel something. I feel sympathetic. I don't know, man. It's interesting. Really interesting. I think we should do a transportationart.com. There's this guy parking in a truck spot, probably some big bad biker. I should whoop up on him. Remember, this is YouTube. It's a family show. So, you know, I cut out all the ixnay on the up-ass way. I don't think that's a word. That's cool, UPS. Just park your trailer in the middle of 7585 in Atlanta. I think that was a few weeks ago, but man, that's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Good captioning too. Whoever did that. On the ball captioning. Am I outside of the TV safe? Oh, by the way, how's the audio, guys? Let me know if the audio is any good, because I noticed the last show I was not in love with the audio. I think the lighting's okay, but and I think my audio's okay, but I'm working on the phone. The phone's tough, man. Phone is tough. What is he doing, by the way? Did he fall asleep? That what happens? Should have had an ELD. You should have thought of that. He is plumb up in them trees. And then then there's this minivan happening. That's nice. I guess that's not you can fix that. Just lower the top. That one you can't fix so easily. I hate that. It's probably a reference to something I said 5 minutes ago, but true enough, man. That door just came open. I guess I forgot to unhook or unlatch or. And this is an interesting one. I think what's happening here is, in the rearview mirror, you know what I mean. You can see the truck but you can also see the front of the truck through the windshield smashing into the FedEx truck. It's interesting. Now here's a man that knows how to strap. You know you got your straps tight when you're going faster than the FedEx truck in the hammer lane and you rear end them. And the cars are still intact. Seems legit. I like that. Is that, I think it's like a trash bag. Or a sock or something. I don't know, man. What's up, Nerd on 18 Wheels? Alright, cool. Thanks, buddy. Awesome, awesome. I appreciate that. I really do. Cool. And I know that I even looked at my analytics. 2/3 of the audience is on mobile phone. How do you like that? 95% male. Whew. Probably shouldn't have said that. Time saver. Time saver. I think that's Oklahoma plates. Why not? Send it. Love that. I yelled that. I was at something recently. I was like, send it. I'm gonna go with seems legit. That is, man. Oh wow, he's got, look in the back window. That's a move right there, dude. They are full on moving. I think that's a deflated Chuck E. Cheese ball. I don't know. I have one of those. You know, the kids. I already showed you the dad car hauler shirt at the beginning. Oh, this is interesting. Got my new hotshot rig. How do they even do that? That is awesome fabrication. That's like Hollywood style, dude. That is legit. What else we got here? Oh, the things I get myself into. Yeah, you know what? I think that's one of those, you ever seen those old fire trucks listed on Central? I think that's what that is. Of course, it's mostly chassis, but still. I've never booked one of those old fire trucks. You see them, though. I don't know why. Now, I mean, that's, I don't know. I don't know if that, I don't know what you do with that. What do you do with that? Get a different trailer? Move in? Audio is A1. Awesome, man. That's awesome. What's up, RSW Northwest? First time? I think. I try to pay attention. I try to pay attention. You could probably put that on the ELD notes. Annotations. That is, that's a pretty good load right there. That's pretty, that probably pays good. That makes me think of like Circle Logistics, because you don't know. I don't know if it's just them or whoever, but you know, there are loads of sprinters that you can get, and you don't know what size you're going to get until you get there. Nothing like gambling for 50 cents a mile. Now, I'm not going to sing because I can't sing, but Rock Sand, you don't have to put on the red light. I thought that was awesome, man. I had to put that in there. The Unknown Punster. I ought to check that out. How many good puns can he have? Probably a lot. There's a lot of good puns. These are the moments I can't stand the ELD. 106 miles to go, 2¼ hours left, and now this. 3 right lanes blocked. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, it's David. Cool, man. Seen you on Facebook. Sorry that happened to you, Dave. Let me know how it turned out. You ain't a real truck driver till you mastered holding your duty. Till the next rest area truck stop changed my mind. There was a video. I didn't share it, but there was a video of like a lady trying to hold on to it. Let's just keep moving on. Tie Port Police of Brunswick, Georgia for picking today to do a full-scale training. Y'all cost me 2 hours. Who do I make the bill out to? Totally. You know they got the money. Pay me. I'm not here to train people. Seriously. You don't get paid to play with the equipment. Serious question for all my fellow drivers. Have you been flashed while driving, and did you want or enjoy what you saw? You know what comes up. You see, you know, you've seen things. For about 15 years, I carried one of these to silence annoying TVs in different places. I donate about 3 a month. I know it might drive the establishment proprietors insane trying to figure out what happened to the volume, but blaring the view in waiting rooms should be illegal. Take this tip and live longer. That's actually a really great idea. I have never done that, and I mean, I love media, I love adapters, and I also think that the view blasting in waiting rooms. I think I've experienced that, and yeah, man, carrying those adapters, that's a great idea, dude. Here's a TV in the. That's a pretty sweet setup. That's why I included that one. That is a sweet setup, dude. Is that? That's not dish. What is that? You got a hotspot? Obviously, you can't answer me because you know, but I'm not watching. But yeah, I don't know who that is, but that's pretty sweet. I like that. Is that it? No, there's more. Okay. Dispatch, update ETA, not today. Probably not tomorrow either. I can't tell what is going on there, but it looks like chaos. Chaos in the desert, probably in the middle of Texas, and that fender's wrong. There is something seriously wrong with that. And that is a problem. I think this happened in Hannibal, Missouri, not that long ago. And this is relevant now. We're going to start seeing some more, well, we've already seen some trailer pics, but Bruce said something really interesting today. I called him to do a sound check, and man, he has so much information. It was talking about how right turns are not the turns you want to make. Make left turns if you can. You guys already know that. As a dispatcher, I've got other information, but I wouldn't have had that. So that's pretty interesting. So you see a lot of bad right turns. That would go down as a very bad right turn. Looking for a finance company. So if you know a good finance company, have them send me an email. Where's my email at? Oh, it's not on there. Yeah. autotransportintel@gmail.com. I'd love to talk to a finance company. That'd be cool. I tried once before. Unsuccessfully. Actually, there's a domain. I looked up a finance company, but I couldn't get a hold of anybody. And the email didn't go to a valid email box. And I thought that was bad. Wouldn't want to get a loan from somebody that I can't even send them an email. Okay, thinking about becoming a hotshot owner operator, best truck and trailer combo, please. Thanks for the info. All right, well, this is your show, man. That's what we're doing tonight. And before we move into that, we do have a truck driver bill of rights. All right. I'm a truck driver. I'm a person, not a stereotype. Without me, you wouldn't have any of the things you need. If I stopped working, your daily life would stop. Right number 1. Treat me like a person. I act as a professional. Treat me as such. Right number 2. My voice. My vote counts. Let drivers vote on those who represent us on advocacy boards. Amen to that. Right number 3, I should be paid for all the time that I work, rolling, or waiting. Good point. Right number 4, let me go home. When I signed on, I was promised home time. Deliver on that promise. I fulfill mine each day. Pretty good point. Right number 5, I know when I'm tired or need to take a break, regardless of hours of service. Amen to that. Parking number 6, right number 6, I deserve a safe place to rest. Preferably one that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. Because we're, just heard today, yeah. Paid parking is up. Right number 7, I shouldn't have to pay $12 for a shower. Okay. Alright. I don't know how to parse that one, but I'm with you. Right number 8, I am only responsible for accidents that I have caused. Yeah, that's true too, man. People, oh my gosh, why do people drive so bad? Right number 9, I'm entitled to good, healthy food options while out on the road. Another one that's difficult to parse, but I hear you. I feel you. Oh, this is CD Life. Oh, that's cool. Right number 10, truck stops should cater to me. Yeah, 7, 9, and 10 are going to be difficult to parse, but I like it. It's good stuff, man. CDL Life. Check it out. I think you can Facebook that. Yeah, Facebook. Oh, and there's YouTube. Oh, got to check that out. All right, cool. That is the end, and I'm at 8:21. I love it when I'm close to the time frame, you know? It's really helpful. So let's go ahead and just talk to Dave right now. Let's jump right in. We're going to talk to Dave. I hope. You there, Dave? Yeah, I know you're there. Come on, man. What else we got? Michael at Patriot Financial. Have him email me. That'd be cool.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Dave?
What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
How you doing?
Oh man, stressing work. Well, not stressing, but just working myself to death.
Yeah, no. I mean, isn't that's what you normally do, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what. I don't know if that's what I do, but that's what we do.
Right. But
Yeah.
right, that's right. That's, you know what? That's well put. That's what we do. And when I say we, I mean you guys. You know?
Right.
It's easier to be sitting at a desk, even if I want to strangle the guy with 3 in-ops. I think it's still easier than when you look at the laundry list of craziness out there.
Right.
So, speaking of, since that's a perfect lead-in to what you want to tell people. All right, here we go. So,
All right. Go ahead.
all right. Well, Dave, you asked me to help you get the word out, and Hotshot Dave needs you. Hotshot Dave. Yeah. What do you have? What do you need?
I need other operators, brother. I'm running out of Jersey, Pennsylvania. You know, I think it's on the screen. There it is. There's Pennsylvania. I forgot to tell you. You know, the money's great. It's new cars, one fix, one or two drops, and then we can bring used cars back. But I need other ops that want to work. I'm looking to expand, and I have the freight and the rate per mile to do it. If anybody's interested or know anybody, they can send me an email, and we will meet up, and I will go over the numbers. This isn't lip service. I have numbers to show what we do. So I'm serious. I'll put it all out there, so I need that kind of worker, you know? So,
Cool.
That's it, brother. I need some motor up.
All right, cool. And you know what? As I see, actually, that's weird. I know it was there. PA was there. So, yeah, the route is... I'm going to go ahead and see if I can join the party. The route is... you start in New Jersey, go to Virginia, Maryland, Ohio, PA. Is that right?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of Jersey to, it's a lot of Jersey to Virginia is a big deal.
Okay.
Like I'm doing 300-mile runs for $1,100 right now. One pick, 2 drops.
Okay.
And I just got a call today that I had to turn it down, but I can get them coming out of Baltimore, Dundalk also.
Okay.
If I have a Twitch card, we may be able to talk about, you know, maybe a little incentive, because I can really use the Twitch card people also.
Yeah, no doubt. Twic is always helpful. Okay. That's cool. And when do they start? You need somebody right away?
Well, I need them right away. I'm not going to rush into it and not get the right person, but I need help yesterday. But it's not going to be you call me and start tomorrow, you know. It's going to go the right way like the company, but yes, I need help right away.
Okay. Cool. So if somebody, so right now, obviously we're live, but if somebody sees this in the future, and, you know, if it's a month from now, they call the number, they email you, maybe you have it filled, maybe, you know, you'd keep, you know, a drawer with some resumes in it, I don't know, but just contact it.
But, you know,
Yeah?
there's no limit to my company. Like,
Great.
if somebody comes on, I'm going to expand like that. My goal is to essentially one day have 15 to 20 trucks. And now I've worked my butt off to get the freight and the customers, you know, so whoever's starting don't have to deal with the nonsense I dealt with.
Right.
Back office is done, you've got the customers, you get the money, you get the practice, learn the business, and then go eventually.
Now,
You know?
are you supplying the truck and trailer?
No, I'm looking for owner operators.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay, right. Okay.
Eventually, I will be looking for drivers, but right now it's owner op.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
All
right.
That's where I'm at with it right now. So.
All right.
I mean, it's so bad. I work this area, live in Delaware, and don't make it home every night, Jay.
Wow.
I'm packed.
So you got some solid customer action, right?
Yeah, and I've been doing it since January.
That's
I
awesome.
wanted to make sure that it was longevity enough before I brought other people in. So
Yeah.
I don't see it going anywhere. So yeah, looking for owner op. I have one starting in a couple weeks. He's waiting on his trailer, but yeah, that's where I'm at with it. So.
Yes, Kimberly, it is. We can share that. We can share. I mean, you are looking, like you just said, you're not only looking for somebody maybe right now, but we can share this graphic, right? I mean, because your goal is to retain this customer and keep growing, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the goal. Is,
Cool.
Only go up from here. So, yeah, share it away. I mean, my email's there, the phone number. Give me a call now. I'm going to be honest and straight up. I'm not going to just send everybody my numbers. If you're serious, we'll meet up, go over everything.
Right.
I'm not going to just shoot out emails all day, giving out all my business information. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
My time's just as important as everybody else. So.
I hear you. Absolutely. Well, and I mean, like sometimes I get random calls. I prefer emails. That way I can manage the information. So yeah, call sparingly. So, well, listen, man, is there anything you wanted to add? Because we're going to move on. We're up to 8:30, and we're going to call Bruce at Sun State Transport and start talking about trailers. Are you in?
I'm good to go. I'm ready to learn. Let's go.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, stick around, and then, because I tell you what, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to let you go, Dave. So, man, I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, brother. I'm getting over you. Thank you.
All right, cool, man. Thanks. So, that is Hotshot Dave. By the way, visit Hotshot Dave on YouTube. Great channel and great advice from Dave. And what I do, I want this trailer thing to turn into a real conversation. If you hear Bruce talking about trailers and you want to join the conversation, you can email me or just put your phone number up here and we'll call you. Just remember that this chat, YouTube has upgraded YouTube to now the chat shows up next to the video. So anything you chat will show up in replays of the video, so you may not want to put your phone number. Then again, maybe you do. But if you want to join the call, you can email me, autotransportintel@gmail.com. I'll have your phone number through the email, and then maybe we can give you... That's Bruce. This is Jay.
Are we about ready?
Hey, welcome to Auto Transport Intel. We're totally ready. I was just talking about you.
Okay.
All right. So this is Bruce from Sun State Transport, and we're going to talk about car hauling trailers, right?
That's it.
Man. So, it's funny, when I was talking to you earlier and we were doing a sound check, and man, you said so much great stuff to me. I'm trying to compartmentalize and remember it, but the first thing I want to ask you is, you were talking about kind of your background in car hauling and trailers. Please tell our audience, what can you say about your background and where you are with trailers?
Oh, okay. Well, trailers basically, I was building my own, just kind of a race car trailer, diamond plate for it. Every trailer I had diamond plate steel floors in them. because I couldn't stand to look at the wooden one, and with the steel floor, all you got to do is clean it off, repaint it, whatever, do a pretty good job of taking it. Well, Steve at Sun Valley was needing, he come over and asked me if I'd help him run his shop, because he just couldn't do it all. And, of course, I'd already been in back and forth with auto transport. And the biggest thing is just like anything else, it's all kind of more or less when you look at a trailer, try to make a calculated risk, I guess I could say. But find somebody that has one of the trailers that you're looking for, and just come right out and be honest with them and say, hey, what do you like and what do you don't like about that trailer? Because they all have little quirks along the way. And it's just like I think I was talking to you about, a lot of it depends on your power unit and what you're pulling that trailer with. The bigger the trailer, of course, the bigger the power. Of course, you can pull a lighter trailer with the same kind of power, but you have to realize, that it costs a little more to run the big power, but that's the way it is. So
Right. I mean, right. I mean, no matter how you slice it, you're looking at your power unit and your trailer. We've already got a question in here, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into that because I really want to get into the meat and potatoes of trailers.
okay.
Anwar says, "Hi guys, is an F450 safe to haul 6 cars? The trailer empty weighs 14,000 pounds."
Boy, that is, well, I mean, again, here we're getting back to probably one of the most important things on a trailer is the braking system and the size of the axle. Because the bigger the axle you get, the more square inches of brake pad that meets the brake drum or the brake rotor, however it's set up. So a 450, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think you're talking about that trailer at Fort Worth. I think it's the Infinity. I mean, just kind of think about it in this perspective, and that is the fact that I have a single axle Freightliner with a Series 60 Detroit with a Jake brake and big, huge drum brakes on it. And you're looking at an F450, 550, whichever one you want. 19.5 rubber. Yeah, they do have the rotors for the braking system, but I would say that you're probably going to go to 3 to 4 times your brake parts. Your basic keeping the braking system up. But again, it gets back to the same thing. Are you going to do the right thing and load medium-sized cars and pickups, or are you going to get crazy and load 65, 7,000-pound 4x4 diesel pickups? And I know you're only going to get probably 3 on that trailer, but then you can fill the bottom. I mean, it's just like with me. I have a load right now on one of my trucks, and I've got 3 pickups across the top, and I got 3 Mercedes in the bottom, and they're 5,400-pound cars. So, I mean, but I'm pulling it with a twin-screw Freightliner. So, I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That truck only probably weighs, that F550, 450 weighs away 9,088, something like that. I think that's what they weigh. So I don't know, Jay. You just have to be real safe with it.
Right. Basically, he's pushing it. Are you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely on the edge.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no room for error.
Oh
In
man.
other words, man, I could see coming around the corner, coming over the top of the hill, and boom, there's something in front of you. Whether or not you're going to get it stopped. I mean, I can tell you this. When I first started building trailers, I'll never forget this as long as I live in Phoenix. Here comes this guy with a Dodge pickup, electric brakes, 53-foot Sun Valley wedge trailer, 3 pickups on there, And this thing, I know, this guy was smoking his tires going right through the intersection. Luckily, he didn't hit anything or nothing hit him. But that was a classic where I tell people, you know, you got 4 times the weight of that truck pushing that truck, those tires, the braking system, and everything. So, and another thing, I mean, you might as well be honest about it. You get a Class 8 truck, you got a place to sleep, you got more room for tools, all kinds of different things. I mean, I look at 1 tons, you know, 550s, 450s. That to me, I don't know. I feel like it hits the enclosed market because it is a little cleaner looking setup, but by the same token, you're still fighting the weight issue. You got to watch it like a hawk. But that 6-car trailer, they actually had one of their trailers. I have a single axle Volvo with a 10-speed with the D11 motor in it. And this guy couldn't believe how much more power it had than the 1-ton truck. I said, yeah, I said, you know, until it has a sleeper and that kind of stuff like that. So, like you say, I think the gentleman's right. It's a borderline situation. Well, the worst part about it is if something should pop up, we don't really know if you can get it stopped fast enough before you end up involved in it. So that's basically it. I mean,
and you know what? And I want to thank Anwar for asking that question, because just hearing you talk, I mean, we know these are the parameters, but I can see you walking through them in such a logical fashion that's really what I want to do with these conversations. So, Anwar, thank you for that question. I mean, I really appreciate that. And Alexander Collado, he's chiming in. So 6 cars for an F450 is too much. And I think what you're saying is, if you're dealing with 6 sedans, maybe not. Right?
That's the problem. See, that's the problem.
That is, yeah. 'Cause if
Because
you're in Texas, there is not 6 sedans. There ain't 6 sedans in Texas.
well, yeah. I mean, almost every other load. I mean, I have 1 pickup. I mean, I have the 3 pickups across the top. One of them is a diesel. So, you know, and I mean, I could feel it just coming down the road with this load on. It was completely different than coming down where I had a load of Toyotas. And, man, I was just flying right down 45 like no tomorrow. So,
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, I get the guys where it really kind of cracks me. Every once in a while you hear them bragging about what they've hauled. I'll do this, I'll do that. I said, let me tell you something. I said, you start wearing and tearing and beating, and you put big trucks, you better have yourself a Sun Valley, a Cottrell, a Wallymo. You better have one of the big boy manufacturers that they have put in the heavier steel. I mean, they have to, because if they don't, those trailers start coming apart. That's like kind of like when Steve first started with his first Sun Valley trailer. I'll never forget, as long as I live, he had 17.5 rubber on it, and that was unbelievable. I mean, we would have guys that would be coming back, and they'd have 2 or 3 blown tires because that wheel is turning so fast in the summer when it gets hot. It just couldn't cool, and then the next thing you know, you're blowing tires. That's part of. That's another thing you have to look at is when you get with the bigger trailers, you get the 22.5 rubber, low pro, 255, 70, 22.5. They run cooler. Believe it or not, they're the same price as the little bitty donuts when it comes for cost. So we stayed away from it because we actually revamped the suspension so we could run 22.5 rubber. We didn't even try to do 19.5. I know Cottrell does 19.5 and 22.5 rubber. So, yeah.
Well, and as you talk about these trailer companies, I mean, I pulled up all of the websites for, you know, pretty much the big manufacturer. I've got manufacturers. I got Kaufman, Sun Country, Cottrell, Wallymo, Infinity, Big Tex, Appalachian, Take 3, then Imperial Trailer. Then we start to get into, you know, hot-shotting and otherwise. But
Right.
if I left one out, let me know. Because really, what I want to ask you is, so I get asked, I'm a new car hauler. What do you recommend? 2-car, 3-car, or 4-car trailer? They'll kind of start there. How do you answer that question?
Okay, it depends on, there's a couple of really kind of crazy scenarios here because, I mean, I can remember back in 97, 98, I called it the 7,500 getting business quick deal. If you had 1,500, 3,000 down for insured, a couple thousand down for a lease on a trailer, and 2,500, 3,000 down on a Dodge pickup, you were in business with a 53-foot Sun Valley trailer going up and down the road. Okay?
A wedge, right? 2 or 3-car?
3-car.
3-car, right.
Until you get a book of business where that you have your clients that are paying what the real figure is to move a car instead of having a broker try to dictate, you know, throw that out there and just wait and say, well, if we get a nibble, you know, we might go up a little bit, but let's keep it down there, you know, and let's see what they're going to do, blah, blah, blah. And I hope everybody will just listen to me on one thing. Bypass it. If that car is below 50 cents a mile, unless you absolutely just want to fill that spot and you're headed to the house or you're headed to another load, I don't question that. But we need to slow these guys down when they get on these load boards. And it's almost like buying a used car. If I could get this price for you, will you buy? You know, it's really, really kind of, it's kind of crazy. And I showed some guys the other day on some freight that I got $1,500 a car for, and I said they needed them. They had to get there. I said it's not a $500 car. These people pay $1,500 to get these special cars to what they needed it for. And I wish brokers would quit just lowballing coming right on. Have you ever? I think what a really good thing for people to do is if you're going to get in the car hauling business, is play the role of getting your car moved. Call them and say, yeah, I want to move my Chevy Silverado 4 pickup from here to here. And you got to realize this guy does not realize that you are a potential transporter. You're just checking out the system, and you're going to be dumbfounded because they're going to start it on. I mean, there's a couple DIY and a couple of those guys. I don't know where they get these figures. I think what they do is, I'm pretty sure I know their pitch is, hey, I'm going to put it on there at 350, and the closer we get to the departure date that you have to have it moved, we'll just start moving it out.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's broker 101. Honestly, I mean.
Yeah. So I would advise anybody that's trying to get in it, you know, as a rookie, just spend maybe 5 hours some day, but you better. I mean, you got to keep them from calling you back because they'll bug you. I mean, I get customers every once in a while that go, Bruce, how do I get these brokers to quit calling me? And I said, well, you're the one signed up for the 10 lowest transport rates in America. And I said, they probably gave it to 30 brokers. So I said, they tell you 10, but they probably gave it to 30 guys, sold it to 30 guys. So
that's a great idea. Posing as a customer is a great idea. That's really good advice. And I've heard that once before, but not in a long time. But I want to ask you this. So if I am, because I want to get back to the question of if I am a brand new car hauler, and I literally hear from brand new car haulers probably 2 to 3 times a week. So that's a lot of new car haulers. And I think they're all looking to find out what is the rig, what are the pieces? You got the insurance, the truck, and the trailer. And they know it's 2 or 3 or 4 car. They know it's probably a dually truck, and that will allow them to get the insurance so they can get started. And yeah, they're going to be eating off of load boards because they probably don't have a customer. I'm not even sure, where the idea to be a car hauler comes from, but it's out there. So, so what do they? I mean, where do they go? What would be a good starting point for a trailer as far as like, can you recommend an actual trailer setup?
Well, I mean, uh,
It's tough, isn't it? It's really hard.
I haven't decided to do this yet because you guys, this will probably.
Okay, don't recommend here. Don't. I'm gonna help you out. Don't recommend a brand, but
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, I mean, one of these days, I have made my mind up that I've thought about doing it in the next year, is to have a car hauling school. So I can have you rolling the cars up on the trailer, backing them on, pulling them on, stopping, getting close. These are all the little things, you don't really want to book a load of cars and, bump into a Corvette or bump into some luxury car that has a $800, $900 bumper, reinforcement or something like that. But I would say this, man, I mean, Jim, this is going to sound bad, but this is the way it is.
This is it. This is do it, man, do it.
I'm just going to tell you the way it is, okay? Other than the fact, a guy with a 3-car trailer and me with a 6, 7-car Sun Valley trailer pulling it with a big truck, he probably is going to maybe beat me to the same destination. If him and I took off at the same time out of L.A. and we wanted to go to Dallas, let's just use that one, okay? He might beat me by maybe 3 to 4 hours, okay? But in the meantime, I've hauled 6 cars to his 3 cars, see? So sometimes you kind of cut out your foot to spite your toe because, but again, if you are a real brand new CDL driver,
Right.
and I would say stick with a 1-ton dually, get a good one, get the airbags under it. And I don't know why guys don't do it, but they need to have the airbags under the 1-ton dualies, okay?
Okay.
And about the only other thing I can tell you is try to stay away from the gooseneck ball hitch. Try to just stick with a kingpin receiver type hookup so that the trailer doesn't lean. I mean, the other day I got some pictures sent to me, and it was an accident. Nothing could be done about it. Nobody got hurt, but this person put a 3/4-ton pickup on the very nose of the trailer, and they were going someplace, and they made a turn. If I could go tomorrow, and guess what? The truck, the trailer, and the cargo ended up on its side, blocking the street. So, I mean, that's why I'm saying some of these people that are really, really, but I think most people I've seen just have a little bit of mechanical ability, and, but you're just going to have to try to do the best you can, collecting the money, keeping track of your expenses. There's a lot of stuff going on in a week.
So, if you could stay away from a gooseneck and go with the kingpin, you would recommend that choice.
Yeah, it's a safety issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't want to knock the gooseneck all that much, but you walk up to a gooseneck, and this is just the way it is. Okay, the Kaufman or the Appalachian, and you go put all your weight on that corner up by the fender well on your pickup and move it back and forth, and you'll see all the play in that trailer.
Right.
Because they're a very light trailer.
Okay.
They're in a situation where I mean, other than maybe an occasional three-quarter on there, you better have nothing but sedans, SUVs, and small cars on a trailer like that, because they got, I think they're 6,000-pound axles, which, you know, I mean, the only difference between a 6 and a 7 is the bearings. So, I think it's worth, investing $30-40 an axle to get a heavier bearing in there and stuff like that. But
are goosenecks cheaper?
Huh?
Are goosenecks cheaper?
No. All it is they're made out of 3/8 plate. You have a 3/8 kingpin. You weld it. You put the stiffeners on all four angles. You weld it up, and you got to spend. I think it's about $500 to get a really good junior. Junior Holland fifth wheel that'll go down in there. I don't know. Those fifth wheels they use from RVs and stuff, no, stay away from them. I think you need I think it's a 20,000 pounder. But now the Holland Junior fifth wheel looks just like a regular fifth wheel on a big truck, except it's about 1/5 the size. It's no bigger than a 5-gallon bucket in there, but it's made with it's got all the good steel. It's all good material. It's really good workmanship. And, that's just the way it is. And, but I know there's a lot of people, believe me, there's a lot of people that they can haul cars during the week and haul their horse trailers, all their toy haulers and all that stuff on the weekend, which that's fine, but if you're going to really be successful in car hauling, you're going to have to spend a little bit of PM maintenance. And I mean, PM maintenance is not getting it done on the side of the road, because that is high dollar maintenance. So,
oh, isn't that right? Oh, man, I want to do a show on that, actually. I might bring you into the Cannonball on the maintenance show. But I want to ask you this, is that with respect to insurance, I mean, I don't know. You're starting out. You can't realistically, between the knowledge you have, the cost of insurance, and the complexity of, just dealing with a larger trailer, you need to go with, would you even do a 2-car? Would you ever recommend a 2-car? Would you just say, do a 3-car, do a 4-car? Would you just straight up say, do a 3-car? If I had to corner you like that, would you just say, yeah, do a 3-car? If you're convinced you want to do this, do a 3-car. Would you say that?
Okay, but now let me tell you something. Would you do a 3-car? You are the same overall length, as most of the big rigs. You're real close. You're within 3 to 5 feet.
But you don't have to deal with all the height concerns, etc. Not that it's a ton of... How about this? Then would you go with the 4-car, like a 4-car flipper? Like the Sun Country 4-car flipper. Although Sun Country, I think, is usually more expensive than like a coffin.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was a guy trying to trade me down. Now, this guy had a nice trailer today. I was trying to be a really nice guy today. This guy was at the auction. I saw him running to get into the office. And they told me he couldn't get the car or anything like that. So that screwed his day up. And I was loading, and I had a bunch of cars, and I said, hey, let me see your insurance. And he goes, I gave him a car to put on his trailer to get back home so he didn't run back to Dallas empty. Because, he's a 2-car guy, and I'm just going to put, this is the way it is. You can tell all these newbies, you cannot drive with empty miles. You have to keep that trailer loaded and keep your empty miles below 100 miles a day, unless you're getting some really, really high dollar freight that justifies you running empty to get to that freight.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. It's better, what I've learned as a dispatcher, it's better to stay put for a minute than just drive with an empty spot.
Right.
Stay put, find a car, tell everybody else to relax, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yep.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
most of the time when you try to chase down that high dollar road, some of these brokers, well, they're kinky, and next thing you know, there's two of you chasing the same load.
Oh well, that's why I love triple listed loads.
How many times that happened to you, Jay, when two guys show up to pick up one car?
I actually had a driver show up at the same time as another driver to pick up a car. I don't remember what happened. I think I blocked it out.
Yeah, because it just depended how big he was. You know,
Right, who's bigger? Right, oh my God. Hey, speaking of, if somebody has a question they want to ask you off the record, not right here, can they contact you?
Yeah, you can call me anytime you want. Yeah.
Well, do you like an email or what? I don't know.
Just call me. You know, I mean, don't call me too late at night. I mean, I do drive a lot at night because I enjoy driving at night, scooter and everything.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just my phone number. I mean, I'm not embarrassed. I mean, I've had it for 18 years. I mean, but I get more scam calls than any guy I ever seen.
Okay, I'm
okay. I mean, it's
You're like,
credit card.
yeah, you get everything.
I go, what?
I'm gonna say your phone number. Okay, I'm gonna give your contact information.
Yeah, I don't care.
You can reach Bruce he's at.
I'm getting to the age now where, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm thinking about putting together a car hauling school.
You should.
Where I have all kinds of different trailers.
You should.
Yeah, because I mean, I can tell you guys about the time that Steve and I built a trailer for Volvo.
And I'll help you shoot the. We'll shoot some videos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can do the videos, but I'm telling you right now, you can look at that video all you want.
You need to be there. Yeah. You need to be there. But both. I mean,
push down on that throttle.
You know what I'm saying?
And control that car, but once you do it, every time it gets easier
Absolutely.
and easier.
Like anything else.
You'll have your own little rhythm.
All right, I'm going to say your phone number. It's 602-717-2816. Again, Bruce, 602-717-2816. And your email address is it
Sun State, it's Sun State Dispatch 1. The letter 1, sunstatedispatch1@gmail.com.
Okay, sunstatedispatch1@gmail.com. All right, cool. All right, that's awesome. All right, cool. So I hope that we're going to keep going, but I know this is a dry subject, and I'm not worried about. I think, after the fact, people will watch this video. People that are searching for trailers will come back. This is within a niche discussion. This is a micro niche, but I know that I talk to drivers that at least one a week that really needs a low-down education of what should they do. They got one shot at getting a trailer. What do they do? And as a dispatcher, I know that, people are going to say you're not a real car hauler, but essentially I think you should start small. Because from where I sit, you're going to be eating off the load boards. And that's not easy. I mean, you might get one or two good paying cars, but you are not going to find 5 good paying cars. Now, that's not to say it can't be done, but when you're new, it's probably not going to happen.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Now, there's another little secret. All these guys that are new, I know this is hard to do. I know it kind of knocks your ego on the ground a little bit, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I pay for it. Almost all of my friends that are successful in the car hauling business, they pay to have their cars booked for them. You do not have the time, the safety involved, of trying to drive, load, unload, lift, bill. These are all parts of the car hauling industry, owning a business like that. And I call him just a guy that does your dispatching for you. You need a dispatcher because he can be on that screen when you're going down the road, or when you're out there fixing a flat, or when you're out there lost, or whatever it may be. He's still sitting in his office, scanning the screens. And once you get going, be nice to people, hand them your card. Because a lot of these, and there's nothing wrong with you handing it to a car dealer, because I hand it to a car dealer and I say, hey, I run this run every other week. And you just don't realize the number, like today, I had like 9 cars people wanted me to haul. I can only haul 6. And he said, hey, that's all I'm going to haul. And so, but then again, I got a couple of guys put together. I said, hey, I got this overflow. And don't get upset. Don't try to hog it. Because I'm telling you, those cars move every day. You know that, Jay. You can explain it to them.
Well,
it's cars in America move every day.
It's interesting. Carol says, yes, Bruce, do it. They don't have them out there. Oh yeah, car hauling schools, I think is what she's talking about. Yeah, I before I talk about dispatching, I'm going to agree with you. I don't think there is a car hauling school. There needs to be a car hauling school. I know there are a couple guys doing car hauler education. I think I asked both of them to come on the show and talk about it, which is why I could use more subscriptions, likes, comments, and shares, because it seems as this channel grows, it helps me get more people with better information into the fold. So do that. What do we got here? Oh, we got 24.
Well, I mean, it's just like, there's so many little things that, you need to learn, because the car haulers are getting more and more sophisticated, because they have to be, kind of hang. I think right now everybody's been talking to me, the 4 to 5 car carrier seems to be the kind of the maybe start. I mean, I could tell you how to really, really do it right, and that is just go lease a trailer for 90 days with your Dodge truck.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Pay the guy $250 a month to use his trailer, and you carry insurance in case you wreck it.
Well, I was just about to tell you what, and that gets into, it sounds like, okay, so we're going to start to transition into insurance here also. And I'm just going to say, this article from 2014 talks about the Auto Hauler Training Institute. I don't think that still exists. I'm going to keep Googling while we're talking. Car Hauler University, I don't think that exists anymore either, right?
Well, no, and I mean, I want to be able to have, because I'm going to make you do a couple of things. I want to make you put your own car up on me.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, your own car. Your mom's car.
Your own car.
Your wife's car.
Well, I mean, it's another thing, like, we hired a guy that was a truck driver that never loaded and never touched a car hauler. And within 8 hours, I had him at ease, showing him how the hydraulics work, had to be very gentle with him. First thing he did, he grabbed it and pulled the handle back, man, that thing comes down, it had a car on it. Down they come, I said, hey, that wasn't too good, was it? He goes, no, I said, you got to be gentle. And I said, I don't mind having a trailer. I'll even let him mess with a stinger rig, where, you sit right there and there might be 20 different handles in there, and you got to figure out where you're at and how to get that thing, moved around, shoved around, so you can tie it down and then get it in a position so you can haul a full load. I think that's, it's just like a Sun Valley or a Waldo, any of those 6, 7-ton trailers. They've only got about 6 or 7 hydraulic levers, and that's it. There's not that many more.
Right, thank goodness. But it's like, it'd be hard to learn how to properly execute what's needed to have a CDLA by just doing a written exam. And the same thing with car hauling, right? I mean, you need to physically do this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is,
I mean, it's like wheel strapping, okay?
David bought Zero to Auto Transporter. Oh, cool. How did that go, David? I don't know anything about. I tried to contact him. I couldn't get a hold of him, so I don't know what he's doing. But I would love to talk to him. You know Zero to Auto Transporter, Bruce? You ever heard of him?
Who's that?
Nate, Zero to Auto Transporter. He's got some YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, some guys, I guess it's because, I tell the people, I built a rev on a brand new Sun Valley, tripping on the bottom deck, not the top deck, but bottom deck. I was a BMW and I stumbled. Next thing you know, I'm down on it, and then I'm breathing. You know, when you break a rib, ooh, and when you tear the cartilage.
Oh man.
I was breathing very lightly for about a week. But anyway, no, I'm just saying, yeah, it's part of just, you don't want to get beat up too bad, but, shit does happen.
Yeah, actually, driver health was just mentioned as one of the top 3 reasons car haulers go out of business. I forget who said that. And I just want to say this about dispatching, is that I agree with you. What's interesting is I'm in touch with, we just met Dispatch Monkey a few weeks ago. If you're a new car hauler, maybe you can use Dispatch Monkey to help you build a route. But I agree with you. If you really want to, I think a good dispatcher is able to justify and, in fact, maybe negotiate the fee that you would otherwise pay him, so you still make out pretty good. In fact, better, because I make phone calls all day. I can't imagine driving a truck and doing that. I don't know how you do that.
You can't do it. I mean, well, first of all, the truck's kind of jiggling. And,
You're right.
I'm trying. Then you got the road noise, you got the diesel noise, you got the AC noise.
Yeah.
You need somebody that's looking right at the screen and putting you together so that when you're going down the road, you're just running down the road and hitting the exit ramps and either unloading and picking. It's pick and drop, pick and run. I call it pick and drop, pick and run. All you do is you pick the car up. You gotta, once you're full, you gotta go to the next point where you're gonna kick one off. And another thing, which, we know the person, Jay, that hates to do it. This guy, that's why he's almost broke, is because he will not. He thinks he's got to load his trailer, go unload every car, and then go look for another load. And I tell him, I said, hey, you just wasted all that time, and if you picked up 2 cars, 1 car, $150, $200 car or something, oh, that pays you that buys a tire for your stuff, pays your health,
it's true.
Medical insurance for a week, whatever, for your family. You can't pass up dollars like that. I call it passing up dollars.
Oh, here we go.
This guy has a set, he's just bullheaded. I tried to show it to him. His girlfriend dispatches from Washington, so mad at him. She walks right by it. I said,
Bruce, you are hilarious, dude. It's so awesome, man. Hey, we just got another one. Match Point Auto Transport. Thanks, Mike. Is, I guess, also doing training, dispatch. There's probably a lot of different companies out and about that can do some of these things. But I agree with you. Creating Bruce, you'd be great at it, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking about doing it.
Cool.
I don't know. Coming. I think I might have 1 year left in me. And doing the things up and down the road, because I'm going to tell them another honest situation. If you do this for a long, long time, make sure you work out your shoulder muscles and tissue there, because right now, every once in a while I have to take naproxen or something like that to relieve a little bit of the stinging pain from tying down. And of course, then again, when you haul big trucks, you got to be a big boy with big muscles to tie that truck down. So.
Dominic, I just want to respond to Dominic and Ernest, is that, so I am a dispatcher. I can't take on any more drivers, but I'm both training dispatchers and I'm also connected to a dispatch company. So if you need a dispatcher, I could probably help you find one. And if you need a broker, I can now help you find a broker too. And now, if you need to learn car hauling, I can help you find somebody named Bruce. So yeah, I mean, and that's what's cool about this is the ecosystem we're talking about. Is that, I mean, because ultimately you and I want the same thing. I think every person watching right now wants the same thing, and that is an industry that we can navigate and profit from and hopefully enjoy. Right? I mean,
Well, yeah, and it's like anything else. I'm not saying it's the perfect situation with everybody, but some people it does work pretty good. If you have a wife and you don't get along great,
yeah.
holler at each other, sometimes just having her on that computer and letting her know that every time she finds a good paying car, that is more money coming into the house. It makes life better.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, I used to have a girlfriend, and she was probably the best dispatcher I've ever seen. But she had, Jay's my cousin, they might take you off the air, but she wasn't afraid to fib.
Well, okay, it's funny is that, I mean, that's one of the things that I talk about in my dispatcher training. Oh man, that gets dicey because I really want to share all of my secrets. But, I mean, they're not total secrets, but some things I say are almost what? I mean, to play the game, and that's I don't want it shouldn't be a game. It's too insane the way it is now. I came up with an analogy earlier. You don't walk into Walmart, buy peanut butter, and when you get home, it's actually those flying snakes. It's really peanut butter. But in auto transport, it could be those flying snakes.
Well,
Why?
Well, the worst thing with the brokers is, I mean, I guess if I was, I don't know, I mean, man, I don't know. We did
It happens all the time.
in 1 year just in brokerage fees. And I don't know. I'm like you, Jay, because other than the fact is that I did pay 2-day money, and I didn't charge you to get 2-day money. And it's just like anything else. I can tell you there was many, many times that a couple of guys said, hey, man, is there any way I can get my money as soon as the car's delivered and I send you the BOL and everything else? Because he said, I'm going from stop to stop with this money buying fuel. And I said, hey, I don't have a problem with that. I said, you know what? Car's delivered, customer's happy. You know what? It's your money. And that's why a lot of these brokers, don't get me wild, because it is your money, not theirs.
I did a show how to file a claim on a broker bond, but all right, so let's go to insurance. All right, you were talking about. I want to jump right into this. You were talking. What?
I said the voodoo of the industry.
The voodoo. Okay, and we're gonna hopefully Armando is watching. Armando, I'm gonna call you in about 10 minutes. All right. $1 million general liability insurance. This was bugging you, right?
Right.
So, because we already know that automobile liability, that's the one that kind of goes up, and some brokers want it really high, like it's $50,000 per car, no bones about it. Some let it slide, maybe 25, 30. All right, that's fine on the cargo. I'm sorry, so you got $1 million liability, then you got your cargo that fluctuates, but then you have your larger broker carriers that also want $1 million general liability, right?
They want that umbrella, right.
Okay, and we're talking really, I mean, again, those are the companies that want additionally insured. So they want additionally insured and general liability, right?
Right, right. Well, that's part of the, like, United Road, RPM, Ready, all of those guys, for some reason, they
Accelerated.
think that if you get involved in something, well, whoever that person is, unless they don't have insurance, but yeah, they're going to go back after those big guys, and they're just not going to let themselves hang out like that, which I understand that.
Right, because, I mean,
But I mean, we already pay $1 million general liability on our truck and our trailer. And then they want another, that policy, I priced it the other day, $762 a year. And that will get you okayed on probably 10 or 12 companies to book their cars. Now, I mean, the only good part about that is that one policy covers all the trucks. You see what I'm talking about?
so, yeah, so, okay, so say that policy again. Is that,
Okay. You know the one you have to have for the general liability, I call it a hold harmless policy. In other words, they want $1 million in there, so if you screw up and somebody comes back and sues them, they're going to fall back on that $1 million policy and say, hey, handle it. Insurance company, you handle it.
right.
So, yeah, so I mean, that's the only thing that I kind of agree with it, but then again, I mean, we already have $1 million worth of insurance. I mean, unless I guess you'd be like that guy, ran all those people in Toronto. I mean, that looks real good for Ryder.
What's that? So what happened there? What happened in Toronto?
The guy got in a Ryder rental van, drove down.
Okay, all right, okay, all right.
Yeah,
All right, we're staying out of the news. We're going to keep this into car hauling.
Yeah.
All right. But here's the question. The question is, I mean, that $1 million general liability, which you said could cost you an additional $800, maybe $1,000 a year, right?
Right.
All right. So, do they have a valid reason to ask for that, or do you feel like it's overreaching? I mean, there are so many accidents. Is it like ELD? It's another weed out tool.
I mean, I haven't really seen, other than my friend Bart fell asleep the other night and hit the back end of a pipe trailer out of Texas, and took out his truck and wiped out 5 cars. I mean, I know they're going to happen, but usually there's a reason why, and I'm going to be honest. Either you didn't get enough sleep, you partied all weekend, and you were tired, and all it takes is one little miscue, and you're in trouble. So I mean, I see the insurance company's position, but then again, like you're talking about this supplemental policy. And again, I look at it a little bit different because I run 3 trucks. So to me, I probably get 10 or 12 cars a month for $600, $700, $800 a piece. So that $70, $80 a month is nothing compared to what I bring in revenue-wise.
So
Okay?
these two things are, to me, these are very connected. The type of trailer you get,
Right?
and just getting the right insurance and doing a good job, making sure you get sleep. I mean,
Right.
So essentially, if you're a new car hauler, you get a 3-car wedge. Forget what everybody says. You're not a real car hauler, whatever. Maybe get a dispatcher and get sleep. Don't go partying all the time.
Right.
And if you get the kingpin set up versus the gooseneck, you could maybe make this work, right? You could maybe get
Well,
to.
you got a good start. I mean,
That's a good start.
I mean, this gal that flipped that truck, she's been driving for less than a week, and it was just, it was common sense when you. And the funny part was, it all stayed together. The chain held the truck to the trailer. And I mean, she did everything right. She just hadn't been trained that you don't go make a 90-degree turn on a street doing 40 mile an hour. I think they figured she was doing 30 or 35 mile an hour when she was trying to make that turn. And well, she even said to the police officer that we talked to, she goes, when it started, I couldn't get it stopped. It just kept going. I said,
Well,
shit.
and that's what actually we're seeing rollovers all the time. I mean, I think
That's what we're talking about.
we are.
Again.
They're happening all the time. And then you get into proper loading. I mean, don't leave the pickup on top and nothing behind it, right?
But David, the problem is anymore.
The
Just
fifth
look
wheel.
at the sides of the roads. You really don't have. Remember how we used to? You could pull over the side of the road. Hell, you might have to drive 3 miles now to find a wide enough spot without getting. I mean, with the big semi, without getting really off into the dirt and getting stuck. I mean, you know, like if something happened, like a chain starts dragging or something like that, you know, it's not very safe to hop out that door, you know, and next thing you know, here comes another truck. He takes you and the door with him. So, yeah, I mean, there's different ways to look at it. Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like there's any way to just solve this problem. That's why we need a hotline. We need Bruce's trailer hotline.
Well, I think part of it is the brokers in the Federal Motor Carrier rate schedule or whatever they are agreed to was 15% commission. Well, they think they are entitled to 30 to 50%, which once I find out that that's happening, I just cancel the call. I just tell them, hey, can't haul it. Sorry. And, you know, because, I mean, you know, it's hard enough to make it with a fair pricing, let alone have a broker go in there and try to make 35, 40 cents. I had one guy the other day that he was trying to make $1 a mile.
Wow. Wow, that is.
Load, but he said he's entitled to $1 a mile. The book says 15%.
You just said the word entitled. I mean, that's the thing is that, I mean, that thing is brokering is the Wall Street of auto transport.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just go for it, man. Just go for it. Yeah. So, but I also, in fairness, every time I say something like that, I say, but we need brokers. I don't think they all do, but not everybody does everything they're supposed to do. But I wish that brokers, when I booked a car from a broker, that broker knew that the vehicle information they were giving me was correct. I realize they might be subject to their customers' wrong information, but it happens so often, and even with the bigger brokers. In fact, there's a broker that, man, if you get something wrong or don't answer the phone, they go nuts. And they gave me the wrong information Monday. Luckily, the driver was cool, hung around till the next day, and then they didn't even give him any extra money. It's unbelievable, really.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Unbelievable.
They think that they are perfect little prima donnas, and they like the light of the customer.
Yeah.
And they will. I should say this, but they're cousin Louie to a used car salesman. I mean, you know, they will tell you whatever you want to hear. I mean, I took a couple of cars a month or 2 months ago. The people were down to 3 hours with 2 cars sitting in Scottsdale, Arizona, and their airplane is en route from Minneapolis, and they're trying to figure out until finally someone, I don't know, knew me or something, and they called me, and I go, well, yeah, I can come over and get them. I'll take them back to the yard. I'll park them there. I said, I can do 1 or 2 things for you. I'll put them on Central. I'll give your phone number on the Central app, so that way you talk directly with the driver. They're not a broker, they're a driver, owner driver or a company driver. And I said, you know, I guarantee you, if you bump that price $100, you won't believe how fast that car will be gone.
Well, and it's interesting. And this gets back to why a dispatcher is helpful. Because after you've gone through all okay, we can get them to move it for $5, and then the plane's coming, what are we gonna do? And they throw the cash, and you got about a minute to book that car, and that's where the dispatcher comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. See, so that's like, you know, I mean,
It's like grabbing money in the sky. It's like, yeah, I got it, man. I got it. That's the best feeling. Actually, as a dispatcher, that's the best.
I got it delivered in about 72 hours to their house. And the lady sent me this envelope, and I looked at it and I go, I don't know what this thing is. And there was a $100 gift card in there.
You know, if there's one thing, and I'm glad you said it, if there's one thing that I would ask of car shipping customers out there is no matter what happened in the process of your transport, if you get that Beamer and it's just like you wanted, or maybe there's just, you know, that tiny little piece of dirt or dust, tip the driver, because this was no small feat. We don't know what the driver went through to make your life easier with the car transport, which is why, actually, I was just reading there's a new service where you can get a car for like a month or two and then just return it and push a button and get a different car. I want a different color. This is May, I want pink. This is June, I want purple. Easy peasy.
Well, yeah, that's going on right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, that's where, I mean, you need a good transporter. You're gonna make a relationship with that transporter. So, Bruce, man, I gotta call Armando. We gotta talk about some more insurance, because he actually sells insurance. So I gotta get to this other piece. It's been great having you on the show. Again, if you are out there and you want to ask a trailer question of Bruce.
Yeah, I'll just tell him that here I might be selling my trailers. I got all kinds of stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's like, I have the big machines to make the decking. I have all of those machines came with me. And so, I've had a couple of people come over and want to talk to me, but I've got one more year left on the road, and then I'm going to probably be a dispatcher. And I think one guy, I'd like to comment the guy that said that he had plenty of people, because that's another one thing. I tell a lot of people that want to get into dispatching, I said, you can only handle maybe, I would say, 3 to 5, 4-car trucks, and maybe 3 multi-vehicle trucks, like a 6, 7, 8, 9-car carriers. I'd say 3 would be the maximum, because there's a lot of detail work you got to do when you're dispatching. I mean, you just can't. I had one lady, she'd get the phone number and that's it, and then she'd want to pay. I said, wait a second. I go, well, I'm picking up what kind of car it is, what this is. Well, I don't know, so you go find it. You know, it's one of those little.
And you know what? When you consider everything, you're a new car hauler, and I want to run this past you again. I want to make sure I get you to sign off on it or not. You're a new car hauler. Get a 3-car wedge, get a truck, get insured. That's going to be enough for you to handle. Right? You don't need to mess with 6 cars. I don't think a new car hauler is prepared to mess with a 6-car hauler. I don't think so.
Oh, no. Well, no, unless you've worked for somebody else, or maybe you might have worked for somebody where they have a lot of cars coming and going, and that was your job to load the trailer and tie them down. Then
right.
Then you're ready for that.
Okay.
But I would just say, just like you were talking, but pay somebody like me or somebody $100 or something to help you find a good trailer. Know where to look for the cracks. Know how to look at the bearings and the tires. And
right.
Look at there's just kind of, like,
check the trailer.
Oh yeah, like a 3-car trailer. You know, the guys haul big 3/4 ton pickups on there. Those bearings and those bushings and everything, they're up against the limit.
Just like when you buy a car. If you buy a used car, you want to have somebody look at it.
Yeah, that pickup. The pickup you drive to pull the trailer with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Hotshot Dave asks, okay, and I'm going to say your phone number one more time. Bruce is at 602-717-2816. and it's sunstatedispatch1@gmail.com. And Hotshot Dave asks, do you haul full loads? Do you haul a full load, or do you book one by one? What do you do?
Okay, this guy, he's good. He's picking. He's picking. Hey, yeah, well, I'll tell you what. And I just want everybody, I mean, I know everybody has a different little niche, but I like 7 different customers on the trailer.
So that's a one by one. You're doing a 7-car trailer one at a time, right?
Because I get $100 to $150 more per car.
And I would agree. As a dispatcher, I want to do individual cars, which is one of the reasons why I find it very challenging to work for 9-car haulers. Although, one of the guys I used to work for upgraded, and he's had me check in loads for him. He's up in the Northeast, and it's actually interesting.
Yeah.
So, but I agree. I mean, if you can do one by, but you wouldn't.
Yeah, because I mean, I have Dodge pickups in Phoenix and Dodge pickup in Dallas. So if I get, I mean, I'll haul a car to get close to another high-paying car, which you can't afford to do that with a semi-tractor. And that's some of the things you'll learn, you know, I mean, but by the time you get to a semi-tractor, you pretty well know what's going on. You just kind of go from there. So,
right. Yeah.
But anyway, call me whatever. I'll try to help you, and that's it.
Man.
And I did my deed today. That guy went back with I give him cash up front, and he just texted me. He just delivered the car, and I said, hey, thanks for helping.
That's awesome,
and,
man.
We all help each other. You know, things get better and better and better. So.
Agreed, man. One car at a time.
Okay, see you later, Jay. Have a good day, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Bye.
Thanks so much for your time, man. You take care.
Okay.
All right, bye. Oh man, there really is a lot. There's so much minutia to. What do we got here? Is that Bruce again? Hey. Hey, Bruce. Yeah, that happened earlier. His phone called me back. So, but the minutia of getting your rig is. I mean, I that's why I'm trying to get this answer, because I figured it was a 3-car wedge, but again, when you're in the Facebook groups with drivers that have been around a long time, they would not say what I'm saying, and I know that, so it's a gamble. All right, let's call Armando. Let's get this. Let's talk some insurance. Anybody awake out there? That'll wake you up. It's a long siren. Hey Armando, welcome to Auto Transport Intel.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey man, thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. I went a little long with Bruce talking about trailers, but I think I'm now ready. I mean, we talked about a little bit about insurance, because the reason, you know, I just saw your email the other day, and the reason I wanted to talk to you is that I know that I talk to new car haulers that are in California. You're in California. And I also talk to new car haulers that are looking to figure out, get some answers to where do they go to find out more about insurance to get started.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, they're in a tough situation, aren't they?
Yeah, right now it's a pretty stressed market. Like, almost every company, they're like not really taking on the new ventures, which is like the new ventures is the new ones that they never had insurance in the past. So the only company that's going up to bat right now is Progressive, and the other markets they're willing to get you better prices, but once you pass like 1 or 2, usually the minimum requirement is like 2 years of prior having insurance continuously, so you can start qualifying for better rates.
So I pulled up your services page here on your site, armandosinsurance.com. And why don't you tell us a little bit about, where you are, what you're doing, and, what your goal is, and, people that come to you, especially in auto transport, and how much your business is auto transport, if you can touch on some of that.
Yeah. Right now, I have like about $60,000 in premium for the tow truck, and like my clients that do tow trucks.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been doing it for like 7 years, but one of the things that separates me from like a lot of the other brokers is like I'm able to help drivers sometimes set up with their DOT number or their MC or their CA, and then also like what's it called? I can help them with their FDIN number, or even help them incorporate. Like a lot of people, like they have a hard time like figuring out how to start the business, and sometimes like one of the first things that comes to mind is like the insurance. Is like without that you can't really operate.
That's really interesting. What you're making me think about is a couple things. I know that if I was a new carrier and I went to the FMCSA site, I think I would feel pretty overwhelmed.
Right.
I wrote I'm scrolling to it. I wrote a blog post about becoming a new car hauling business, and I tried to break it up into logical steps. And in doing so, I realized there was a lot more involved other than just getting your MC authority. I mean, there are steps in there that I think you could miss.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's like company progressive. If you're a tow truck driver or an auto hauler, and the rule is like if you have a DOT number, you can't qualify until it's like 1 year old. So sometimes it's better to not even get the DOT number if you're just going to be doing like interstate, like here locally in California.
Right.
Like you only want to jump on the DOT like after you're doing like crossing the states, and you need that ICC filing for your 91X.
So you're in fact, I mean, that's where you've got a foot in carrier compliance there. Kind of.
Yeah. And then a lot of the times when they're quoting, like to even qualify for the insurance, like your DOT, your safer, it has to be selected like in a specific way. Sometimes like if your thing says interstate and you're just doing locally, that alone will get you a decline on a quote.
Oh,
so that's why it's always,
no doubt. That's where I learned that too in working with companies. Exactly. If you, I don't want to put anybody's company information in there, but if you're not marked to haul vehicles, there's some brokers that they don't care that you are an auto transport company. You're not specified in Safer Sys.
Yeah. If your things is incorrect, they'll decline and you'll have a hard time getting insurance. But like what we do is we go and underwrite before the underwriters see it, and we'll tell you like we need to change this, and that. That way it looks appealing to the company.
That's pretty cool. So okay, so you help them navigate the steps of getting set up. But obviously, before any of that happens, I mean, it seems like you need to get insurance before you even get your authority. Is that right?
It's about the same time, but you can still get a DOT number, but like
okay.
If you're active, you do need
you have to
need insurance to drive your vehicle and to have your authority activated. Without it deactivates.
And so I guess as having 1 foot in compliance can help a carrier not waste a bunch of time in setting up their insurance with their insurance company and then running around trying to get the other pieces in place. Meanwhile, they're just paying for insurance and they're not doing anything.
Yeah, correct. That's one of the easiest mistakes that like an upstarting business will do. It's like they won't prioritize like the bills and the way they're coming and the steps.
and just because they didn't have that extra, like 5,000 in the bank account or 10,000 in the thing, how big the businesses, if they don't have that like on side money, they usually go out of business before they even like have a chance of trying it out.
Well, and that's why, unfortunately, like it seems like if you're going to get into car hauling, I mean, you have to start with a stack of money. You know, I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. I keep trying to figure out how little you can get into this industry with, but I don't think you could get in for less than 10,000, could you?
Well,
I mean,
uh,
with your truck, trailer, insurance, setup fees. So,
yeah,
I'm not looking for quotes on insurance. I don't want to put you there, but basically, you have to have $1 million liability, and you have to have your cargo insurance,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, in California they want a minimum of 750,000. But like, if you're gonna be doing
On
contract work,
liability.
like for Pick Your Parts or Manheim or Coparts or a Giro or even Allstate, like all of those guys are gonna want at least $1 million in coverage.
You know, it's interesting. I've heard that $750,000 number, but I don't know any brokers that are okay with that.
Yeah,
Is that a California state law?
yeah. Any
Okay.
vehicle over 10,000 gross vehicle weight, it sounds they need 750,000 of liability coverage minimum.
One of my viewers just told me to have some Kool-Aid.
He's gonna like, oh,
So I have ELD Kool-Aid here because ELDs make me crazy. And I need something to calm me down when I start getting crazy about ELDs. Do you talk about ELDs at all?
ELD.
Okay, good.
Uh,
Yeah. That's the new electronic logging device. It doesn't apply to you, but it applies to drivers that, in case you don't know, as of December 2017, the ELD mandate from the FMCSA, which the DOT now strictly enforces, forces drivers. There's almost no exemptions, so don't even go thinking there's an exemption that matters, because none matter. Especially in California, because you can't have a pre-2000 engine build in California, I don't think, because then you're not going to make the emission standards. So just get your ELD, and you got to have an electronic device. Ernest just gave me a super chat because I'm going crazy on the ELD. Thanks, Ernest, man, that's really cool. So I'll just keep going. So you have to have this electronic device in your truck that tells you that you're not smart enough, and it knows better than you of when you need to drive, when you need to stop, take a break, take a nap, I don't know, do your laundry. No, seriously, the electronic logging device is literally would make you crazy. So when you and I at our desks start having electronic devices attached to our lives, schedules, and thoughts, then we'll know that 1984 is upon us. So here's to you, Ernest. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, go to ELD. What you can do is go to eldratings.com. I'm showing it on my screen right now. And you can learn, that's a good way to learn. There's a lot of different ELD products, and you can start learning what ELDs do. Basically, they have to attach to the diagnostic port in your truck. So there's no getting around it. I mean, this is the beginning of the Matrix. I said it. There, yeah, there it is. I need some more Kool-Aid. I'm getting a little. I hate ELDs, man. That's why I created the ELD egg timer. Why spend $1,000 on something really big when you just, add your minutes, hit start, and the fries are up. Okay. So, let's get back to insurance. That was kind of fun. Thank you, Ernest. I appreciate that. So you need your $1 million liability coverage, and you need your. Do you say 50,000 per vehicle cargo?
Yeah, but most companies are like everyone's moving up the coverages now to like 150,000.
Right.
Like if you're gonna tow or for the highway patrol, they're going to want you to have 150,000 in on hook, or other people call it
Oh
cargo
my
insurance. It's
gosh.
the same thing as insurance of vehicles that are
You
on the back of your truck.
you just took me
And,
back. On hook. I talked to a broker once that went round and round about on hook insurance and that it didn't say on hook on the Accord form. Can you tell me what on hook insurance is?
on hook is any vehicle or any car that you have like hooked up to your tow truck or on top of your like your 4-car hauler, like any merchandise that you're hauling as far as cars go.
Okay. But what if you
And then
but what
uh,
if you're a car hauler, you don't have a hook, do you?
uh, no, in those cases, on hook is just like a tow term for
Exactly.
cargo,
If
but
you're
it's
towing,
basically like the same thing.
right. If you're towing with a hook, then you would have on hook insurance, which might be
Yeah,
an addendum like general liability or naming a certificate holder as additionally insured, maybe something like that.
yeah.
What are the challenges of getting so a new company comes to you and they need to get insurance coverage? What's their biggest challenge?
Uh,
You must see some pitfalls.
yeah. The biggest challenge is making sure that what's it called that they're seeing like what's their C number? Yeah,
Their CSA score, their MC number.
yeah. It'd be the DOT number like that. That's probably like the hardest part to make sure that everything is like set up because like a lot of people when they fill out the DOT application they'll select something that says drive tow away, which is just like when those big rigs tow the other big rigs, but they think that that means towing cars. So that alone they'll be like, oh yeah, we can't insure you because of that.
You know,
So that's like the biggest hiccup setting that up right.
that's interesting. So we're talking about yes, when you are filling out your setup paperwork, right? You're going to the you're a new car hauler. You go to the FMCSA website. You're trying to navigate it in as an individual and you find it difficult, fill something out wrong, and now you're headed down the wrong path, which you didn't mean to go down anyways. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, like that,
I
and
can
then
see
it's
that.
like hard to communicate in between like the agent, and then you gotta work with your third party company, or it's just a lot simpler when the agent just does all that for you because he's already like setting you up to not get stuck.
So, and in fact, what we're talking about is, you know, just like an accountant, like I trust an accountant's advice to help me navigate my tax return.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, in this case, trusting the help of a carrier compliance agent, such as yourself, to help you navigate the sign up paperwork uh, probably not only helps you save time, but do it correctly. Wow,
Yeah,
it's flying the. I mean, I'm having fun on the screen here going through the. There's a 162 page Motor Carrier's Guide to Improving Highway Safety, and as a person, I find this thing. I don't know. I feel like I'm alone in when I see this. I think it's crazy that as an individual you're expected to be able to navigate this thing.
yeah, yeah. There are a lot of information for companies. It's all on the internet, on the paper, the EMD website too.
Well, I know it's here, but it doesn't mean I or someone like me would know exactly what to do with it. You know, just like Bruce was talking about having a dispatcher. Right now, I think I'm building the case to talk to someone in carrier compliance, and I've talked to a few people. Seems like that's actually a good a business mix of doing insurance and carrier compliance and consulting, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good combination. Like, they both supplement each other.
I mean, that makes sense to me. And have you seen it? Are there any trends with are there any new trends in insurance as far as, I mean, rates going up, or I don't know, are there any trends that you can, you know?
Picking up on, yeah.
Yeah, well, like,
Yeah.
what could you say?
Some of the stuff that's been changing in like the auto hauler industry, it's like, let me see. Because what I do is like, I go on the MCP list in the DMV website. I just go on Google and type in MCP list, and I download A through Z, the PDF files, and it has every single company. So I'll spend like about 2 to 4 hours doing analytics, kind of like when you analyze and study the stock market to see where stock might go up and stuff. So I go and hit Control F, and I type in the word tow, or I type in the word transport, and I start seeing like the patterns. And right now, like the companies that are doing really good for these years, it's like Amguard insurance company. They're owned by Warren Buffett. It's a Berkshire Hathaway company, and they just have a really good towing program right now. But you gotta have like 2 years for them. And then another one is Liberty Mutual's program, which I haven't been able to access, but they're doing really well. Like I see them all over the market as well.
So this is commercial insurance?
Yeah, for commercial auto hauler and towing insurance.
Interesting. So Liberty Mutual, commercial insurance, because that's the type of insurance you need, commercial vehicle insurance, right?
Yeah, correct.
And because you just made me think. So you were talking about this before, this MCP. So I pulled up Motor Carrier Property Permit Active Carrier List Inquiry page. Am I on the right track?
And is it the DMV?
Yeah, I'm at the California DMV site.
And is it like where it says A, B, C, like it has a bunch of different...
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so click on one of those just so you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay,
And
clicked
then
on it.
it has, most people, like, they'll register for this. It's a CA number for a company. It's just stating that, hey, you have insurance for a vehicle over 10,000 pounds. Cross vehicle weight, because like those cars are more likely to damage and hurt someone more than...
Okay, so what are you looking at? What row am I looking at? The insurance company row? I mean the column?
Yeah, are you seeing all the companies?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so like hit Control F and type in maybe the word what's it called? Transport. Maybe not transport. Type in tow.
Oh, okay.
T-O-W,
Uh-huh.
and then just hit enter, and you'll see every single company that's writing, and it'll even have the dates right there.
Wow, I did see that. I'm going to put in transport. That might be too much. How about, I'm going to put in car haul. Let's just see what happens.
Oh, okay.
Which is more specific. I got one. Auto Car Hauler LLC. He's got farmers. He's got farmers.
Farmers?
Yeah.
All right.
Huh. Auto, how about auto trans or car? I'll do car transport. Oh, I got one. AmeriCar Transport LLC. He's got American Sentinel Insurance Company.
Oh yeah, see, they're a new company. They just started writing like a year ago or 2 years ago. Like another trend that's happening. Everyone knows this in that Victoria. They're no longer writing. Scottsdale got bought out, which is nationwide. They're no longer writing auto haulers. And then the other one's Stratford. From what I heard, they're starting to cut people too.
Hey, Anchor Motor Freight. I've booked cars with him. He uses Progressive. This is interesting. Does every state have this?
Yeah, they should have like some type of this with the DMV where they keep track of like their CA numbers, but in their states.
Right. So here's the okay. So I can access the database of a DMV and look at these kind of tables. I don't know why I would. Maybe if I want to fall asleep. I'm kidding. That's not fair. No, this is really this is it. I've never seen this before. So you do this. This is kind of research for you.
Yeah, every year I do research just to see how to stay competitive.
It's a great idea, man. And tow companies is your niche, huh?
Yeah, that's my specialty.
That's a good idea, man. There's a lot of tow companies, right?
Yeah, yeah, thanks. Yeah, like, yeah,
It's
there's
a
a
big,
lot of companies.
it's big business. I mean, and you know what's interesting is that I know that because I book a lot of cars that are at repo lots. Uh-oh, I'm about to get upset again because when I book a car at a repo lot, and
Yeah.
I should be able to just book the car, make a phone call, make sure it's ready to go. We're going to come get it. There's two things that happen. Number one, it's like bad in-op, and number two, they'll only let me pick it up maybe like a couple hours a week with like a 24-hour notice. But life's not
Yeah.
that simple in car hauling. I can't make an appointment for 10 a.m. on Thursday. This isn't a dentist appointment. This is car hauling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to figure that out. I'm going to do a show. I would really like to get a repo guy on this show that works with car haulers and maybe hates dispatchers. What do you think? That'd be a great show. So if you know a guy like that, send me his email.
All right. Yeah, I'll see what you get in the industry to start networking with us.
I honestly, I would love to talk to a repo guy. I don't know if it'll ever happen, and I don't mean like I know some car haulers that also do repo. I want to like blindside repo conversation, meaning we don't know each other, and we totally do not understand each other's business. That's who I want to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
if I come across someone, I'll send it your way, because like, yeah, I get a lot of requests. Like the other day, some guy was telling me that he's been doing towing so long that his dad died in a repo accident, like where some guy he took his car and that's how long he's been doing it for.
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
yeah, repo's a dangerous business.
Yeah, no doubt.
Reality shows about it and everything.
Oh, and the repo reality shows are awesome. I'd rather watch repo reality show than cops. Actually, I'd rather watch anything other than cops. So, the show makes me nervous. Okay, man. Well, listen, on that note, I want to thank you for coming on. I really appreciate your time. Insurance stuff is fascinating. It's not going away. And it's just something that, we always need to learn more about. So I'm going to say this. If people want to contact you, if they have questions, they can send you an email, info@armandosinsurance.com. And your office phone number is 909-314-5142. And your website is armandosinsurance.com.
Yes.
Cool. And if you talk to somebody and you think they're right for an interview, yeah, man, get a hold of me, and that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll send them your way.
Awesome.
All right, brother.
Okay, man, thanks so much for your time. Have a good night, and I really appreciate you coming on the show.
You too. Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, bye. Dude, so this is better than ELD bedtime story, right? I mean, I know that, what's interesting, when I say that, trailers and insurance, man, it's not the most thrilling topic, which is why I didn't do this show first. But I get asked at least once a week by a brand new car hauler, where should I send them to, they're like, where should I go to buy a truck? Where should I go to buy a trailer? What size truck and trailer should I get? Who can you recommend for insurance? And I can't provide those answers. All I can do is, as a dispatcher, say, I would go with a small trailer. I also think that that's going to help your pocketbook. It's going to help your learning curve. And when you're eating off the load boards, it's certainly going to help you get booked and stay loaded, which I love to talk about the load boards. And I'm actually, what I'm working on next is I am going to do a top 5 load boards. Let's see here. Let's look at them. Top 5 load boards. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Those are your 5 top load boards. And I'm gonna work on creating a video for that. And I'm also going to my 20 steps of getting into auto transport. I'm going to work on getting more videos and audio actually about that as well too. It seems like the new car haulers, it's not going to stop. There are new car haulers every day. And even one guy said to me the other day, I wish that people would stop discouraging me from becoming a car hauler. It's my dream. It's what I want to do. And so I am here to help be somewhat of a positive notice with a negative spin, I guess. But anything's like that, because you got to have some reality so that you can make your dreams come true. I don't know. It sounded cool at the time, so I said it. But I want to thank you guys for sticking around. We're at the 2-hour mark. If you are in the final 20 still watching, you've got incredible stamina. And I really appreciate you sticking around. Tuesday nights are fun, and it's a little bit of work, and it's actually a lot of work. This show is a lot of work, but I enjoy doing it. It's my passion. My passion is to make a niche channel, and I am doing it. I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to be back next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. There's no doubt about it. So I don't know what the next show is about. In fact, that's one of my methods now, is I'm actually not sure what the next show is about until about 5 o'clock next Tuesday. Nah, I'm kidding you. I'll be working on that. I'll be starting working on that tomorrow. I will see you guys next Tuesday. I'm going to fire up the car hauler. I want to thank you for joining me. Ernest, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Check out my Facebook channel. And what else can I say? I'll see you guys next Tuesday night. Thanks so much for joining me. You take care out there. Let's see you at Car Hauler running. I'll see you then. Take care.